And we are live for realsies. The Braves lead off home run. Way to start the game for the Braves. And we have two outs here in the top of the first. A 3-1 pitch coming up, and I guess it was Acuna with that lead-off home run. There's a swing and a miss. It's going to be a full count now to Donaldson. Two out, nobody on. And welcome in the chat box. And we have two outs here in the top of the first. A 3-1 pitch coming up, and I guess it was. And I didn't get a chance to do some of the setups here, but here we go. Just had more time to do the mic checks and stuff. 399 feet. All right. Thanks for your patience as we work through the usual hiccups. All right, Donaldson's going to be on first now. They'll bring up Nick Markakis, the terrorist. He's in a ground out there to end the top of the first, but Acuna with that leadoff. In fact, it was the first pitch of the game home run for Acuna. All right. And I guess I'll do my routine, make sure everything is up to par here. Yeah, people want some Braves. Well, I was late because I was leaving the Waffle House, and there were some cats out there. They've been fixed and stuff, and they were acting all hungry. So, and one of them followed me home, so I went back up there and gave the rest of them something to eat. All right, let's do a mic check here. We'll want some Braves. Well, Mic check. Man, fuck this OBS thing. It changes its settings as whatever it freaking feels like it. It brings the levels down too and it craps out. But I guess we are back. Mic check. That's going to end. I have missed virtually every play of the first inning. Let's see if I get the levels up on this a little bit. I guess I can't. Output. Mic check. I have missed virtually every play of the first inning. Let's see if I get the levels up on this a little bit. Mic check. Mic check. I guess I can't. Output. Mic check. I have missed virtually every play of the first inning. Levels up on this a little bit. Mic check. Check. Mic check. I guess I can't. Output. Mic check. I have missed virtually every play of the first inning. Levels up on this a little bit. Mic check. Check. Mic check. I guess I can't. Output. Mic check. I have missed virtually every play of the first inning. Mic check. Check. Mic check. I guess I can't. Output. Mic check. All right. Riley is coming up to bat. I have missed virtually every play of the first inning. Mic check. Check. Mic check. I guess I can't. Output. Mic check. All right. Riley is coming up to bat. I have missed virtually every play of the first inning. Mic check. Check. Mic check. Hello. Mic check. All right. Riley is coming up to bat. Test. 1, 2. How we doing? Almost there, guys. All right. I think that's it. Jesus freaking Christ. Runner stealing second. Gun down there. Almost there, guys. All right. I think that's it. Jesus freaking Christ. Runner stealing second. Gun down there. Almost there, guys. Yeah, if you can hear me snap, that's a problem. What the fuck? All right. I think that's it. Keeps wanting to turn on the freaking price. Runner stealing second. Damn this thing. Man, what a night. I tell you. So let's reset. 2 outs. For the Braves, they got a runner on. This thing. Man, what a night. All right. Well, that was an ordeal. Oh, Mike Soroka, the long neck guy. If he drives a convertible, he looks like Big Bird. Mike Soroka. You know, this Linux operating system has a few drawbacks. Soroka strikes out to end the top of the second. The Braves have a 1-0 lead. First pitch of the game, in case you missed it, was a home run from Acuna. All right, we got A-Bomb, Mexican Go for Lovekin, Sergeant Gibby in the dugout. Welcome aboard, guys. And coming soon, I'm going to introduce a segment on the webpage you'll see that will have the dugout rankings. I'll have the top 3 users based on activity in the dugout. So we'll be starting that this week. And I got that idea because Gibby was like, hey, you know, I'm here 4 hours early. Do I win a prize? Can you put me on the webpage? And it got me thinking we should have like a top 3 for dugout activity. The website with the Snapple scoreboard is mlb.com/Braves. Then you have to click on like the game day button, and this is just a section of the screen that you would see. I'll show you what the whole screen looks like. That's what that's what it looks like. So you're only gonna, I'm only showing you guys that bottom part of that web page. And that's another drawback of the Linux operating system. The OBS is not, Linux is an open software operating system, so to get OBS done for Linux, it's missing features and they're always really late with updates. We did hit 51 subscribers on Saturday, so we're looking to get to 60 tonight. So make sure you like and subscribe. And I'm, right now sort of flying blind here, A-Bomb, so, y'all let me know if the audio starts crapping out or... And we are going to hit some trending topics on the show tonight. For example, the Arnold Schwarzenegger got drop kicked in the back. Did you hear about that, Producer Beth? Somebody drop kicked Arnold Schwarzenegger. So we're going to talk about that in a little while. 0-1 count. I don't know why he did it. It was a weird thing. It was like in South Africa. 0-2 is the count. Well, Schwarzenegger went to some event. I don't remember what it's called, but it's his event. He sponsors every year. It's in like some gymnasium. I guess it's for kids or something like that. And out of nowhere, some guy snuck up behind Arnold Schwarzenegger, and there's a ball, 1-2, and jumped up and kicked him in the back. And Arnold, he did not fall down. He kind of, I guess he was knocked a couple steps. And he gathered himself, didn't fall down, and then I guess security pounced on the guy. Yeah, I don't know why they did that, but that's been trending on Google Trends. That's one of the tags in the video, so I thought we would hit that up. And there's a strikeout, one away here in the bottom of the second. Soroka with his first K of the day. He's quickly becoming an ace for the Braves. I'm going to see if I can turn up the levels for you guys. I don't think it's getting any louder when I do that. All right, well, you'll just have to turn up your radios if you need it any louder. Yeah. Mexican for Go Lovekin says, guy went straight WWE on the Terminator. Yeah, it looked like a wrestling move right there. There's a ball, 2-1 now. So if you're here looking for the Schwarzenegger video, I apologize, but that's popped straight up. Donaldson's going to have that. There's out number 2 in the bottom of the second. And the guy, he kicked him and went, of course, the way he did it, he was going to fall to the ground anyway, but I mean, he went straight to the ground like a sack of dirt, and Schwarzenegger, the Terminator, just stumbled a foot or two. That's it. There's a strike, 0-1. Soroka working quickly tonight. Check swing. They appeal to the first base ump, who says that is a strike. 0-2 is the count. The replay, yeah, he went around. Definitely went around there. The 0-2. a little low, 1-2. I didn't even get a chance to look at the standings and the starting lineups and stuff. You'd think at 8:45 Central game, I'd have time to be prepared. Fouled off. Still 1-2. There's a blonde Asian in the audience. Camera loving that. I don't think that's her real hair. It looks like a wig. She looks like she's right off the set of Game of Thrones. And I'd never watched this. Well, I guess I did watch like a couple episodes of Game of Thrones when we lived in a hotel for a few weeks. Soroka with the 2-2. Pop straight up. Is it going to stay in play? Freeman. He's got it for out number 3. And the blonde Asian approves. They're just wait. Are they like celebrities? Who are they? Are they from Crazy Rich Asians or like Game of Thrones Asian version or, Game of Thrones China? But I know, and this is another trending topic, at the end of Game of Thrones, they did show, I guess, a trailer of some sort for the next big hit to replace Game of Thrones is called His Dark Materials. His Dark Materials is actually based on a trilogy book out of a guy from England wrote him. So this was like co-produced by the BBC and HBO. That's going to be the next big show that you're going to be sick of hearing about. And I think we have some breaking news in the newsroom. Breaking news, Magic Johnson has died of AIDS. No, that is not true. Magic Johnson did not die of AIDS, but... And how did he escape dying of AIDS? I mean, I know now it's not a big deal, but... now, Magic is throwing a little shade today at Lakers GM Rob Pelinka, saying that Rob kind of threw Magic under the bus. Magic just, I guess, quit as team president. Was that his title? He wasn't the coach, but... And finally, on the trendy now topics that I pulled from Google to put it in our tags, a great white shark is being tracked in the Long Island Sound. I guess that's like the body of water that travels to Long Island. It's sort of like a water peninsula looking thing. But there's a great white shark that's being tracked near Long Island. Last spotted off the Connecticut coast. First time ever. All right, Acuna is in the box. He had the home run to start the game. First pitch home run. Let's see if he can do it again. That's a strike. The count is 2-2 to Acuna. And we are up to, we had 5 likes before the game even started. Thank you very much. Go ahead and get us some likes.
Oh yeah, I see the video.
Producer Beth is watching the video of Arnold being drop kicked. See, nothing happens to Arnold. There's a strikeout on Acuna.
Oh, is that a big bag? Supposed to be, I think it's raised. He's yelling, I need a help me, I need a Lamborghini.
A Lamborghini? The guy that drop kicked Arnold Schwarzenegger was screaming, help, I need a Lamborghini? Huh. Wow. It didn't even stop Arnold's Snapchat session, he said. No problem.
Yeah.
And Arnold's like 72 now, I think. He can't take too many more drop kicks, I imagine. Ozzy is thrown out on the grounder. Yeah, first time I saw Soroka, I was like, what the neck is that? Soroka keeps his skills in his neck. Huh. That's a good one. I know, does he have like a couple extra vertebrae up there in his neck or something? Freddie Freeman steps in. He takes a strike, 0-1. Freeman takes a strike there, 0-2. Freeman turned out the lights a couple nights ago on Milwaukee with that 10th inning homer. Freeman lifts that up into left field for a base hit. Way to fight off that 0-2 pitch. And Freeman took that the other way, which is nice to see. What the neck? That'll bring up the mullet man, Mr. $20 million salary and $7 haircut. Donaldson tries to rip one, but fouls that. 0-1. I think I covered all the trending topics. Donaldson batting .255. Ooh, he's able to lay off that inside pitch. 1-1 to Donaldson. 92 on the gun for Suarez. And the Braves, oh yeah, the other trending topic, the Braves did pick up a pitcher. They traded with the Mariners. That's inside. Good-eye Donaldson, 2-1. 93 on the gun for Suarez. Not a huge pickup, but we'll talk about that. We traded away Vizcaíno. And was it Biddle? We traded. Oh, I'll have to go get the article again. Donaldson is going to rip that one right to the second baseman, who throws him out at first to end the inning, or the top of the inning. Going to the bottom of the third, the Braves are up 1-0. I'm going to do a live listen-in real quick. That we traded away Vizcaíno. All right. Tonight's play-by-play reaction is sponsored by TreasureHunt.ga. More Braves live play-by-play next. Thanks for tuning in tonight for Atlanta Braves live play-by-play reaction. We got the Bone Crusher. Moderator on duty tonight is A-Bomb. And we are back. They still play at Candlestick? Where are we at? And let us know where you are watching and listening tonight around Braves country. Now, we're probably not going to get anybody in, and there's a strike, 0-2. Probably not going to get anybody in the dugout, in the chat box here from the Brave support group, the Facebook page. Earlier in the season, I got an express written consent to stream on that page, and today they're like, oh, you can't do that. You can't even post your stuff here. So they got too many moderators, and they don't know what's going on. So crap on those guys. Brandon Crawford batting .304 in the 1-2 pitch from the neck. The neck throws it to Freeman for out number 1. I just call Soroka the neck for the rest of the game. Is that all right? It looks like I've gotten the Giants coverage team. I thought it was some sort of NBC thing, so I just realized I am not getting the Braves coverage. And the neck throws a strike right down the gullet, 94 miles an hour. 29 pitches so far for Soroka, not too bad. The 0-1, that's going to be pop foul, 0-2. Soroka working quickly tonight. Glad to have you guys aboard. Make sure you like and subscribe. We bring you Atlanta Braves coverage all season long. And if you're on a computer, like a desktop, and you hover over the video, you'll see an information button. And that is going to be grounded to the second baseman as he throws out Brandon at first for out number 2. If you're on a desktop, for example, and you hover your mouse over the video, there's an information button that'll take you to A-Bomb's channel. He is the other Atlanta Braves reaction guy, so subscribe to him as well. The pitcher, Suarez, coming up to bat. He's 3 for 47 in his career. 3 career hits. He takes that one for a strike. There's 2 outs in the bottom of the third here in San Francisco. There's a strike, 0-2. And I used to eat a lot of rice-a-roni as a kid. My mom made that rice-a-roni all the time, every week or two. I can't remember the last time I had some rice-a-roni. There's a ball, 1-2. Maybe they should make a collar a little bit higher for Soroka, a little collar extender. That is a strikeout, though they will have to throw it to first to make it official. I mean, I bet a turtleneck doesn't even work on Soroka with that neck. I bet he can look over the top of things really easily. All right, this game is chugging right along, going to the top of the 4th. And let's see who's going to be batting for the Braves here in the top of the 4th. It's going to be Markakis, the O'Reilly factor, a no spin zone. And Camargo is in the hole. Tonight's coverage is sponsored by treasurehunt.ga. Go click on sports fans. Now accepting best offers. else has a long neck? According to my niece, quarterback Matt Ryan of the Falcons has an abnormally long neck. I don't know if it's quite Soroka level long neck, but you got to think that for a quarterback, especially, that gives you an advantage to kind of see over the top of things. So I bet I have a hunch that Soroka played a little QB in high school, probably. With a neck like that, he probably had college coaches drooling for the neck. We haven't seen a neck like that since Eli Manning. Markakis steps in. He's going to take a strike. 0-1 to get the fourth underway. There's a curveball that falls in. 0-2 to craft beer beard guy Nick Markakis, a.k.a. the terrorist. A lot of people think he has a unusual look with that beard, and he's going to hit that weakly to the second baseman who throws him out at first. You know, I've heard Markakis being referred to as a handsome guy. Someone said that he was very good looking with that. They liked that look. Another guy said he looked like a terrorist, kind of Ali Akbar. Yeah, he just grounded out. And I thought he looked like a guy who drinks a lot of IPAs. All right, the O'Reilly factor is in the box. Count is 0-1 to the rookie sensation. Everyone has their eyes fixed on this guy. He takes that pitch outside. 1-1 to O'Reilly. That's a ball. 2-1 to O'Reilly. For some reason, the catcher after the pitch keeps throwing the balls to the dugout. Rolls them over there. I don't know if I've noticed every ball being. Let's see if he does it again. No, he doesn't do it that time. There's a swing and strike by O'Reilly. 2-2 is the count. One out here in the top of the fourth in San Francisco. There is a ball. So full count. Big cut and a foul from O'Reilly. O'Reilly. Maybe we should just call him O'Reilly. That is his name. Well, Mexican for Go Lovekin asks, what is so special about the new kid? Haven't kept up. And Riley is going to hit that one hard, but out. There's a line drive to the shortstop. So 2 away. You know, in AAA this season, Mexican Go for Lovekin, Riley was batting .299 in AAA with 15 home runs, 30 RBIs, like 37 games. Absolutely unheard of. And when he got called up, he had a home run his second at bat. The next day, he went like 3 for 4 or 3 for 3. And he's been on absolute fire. His average was over 500, and there's a grounder to the third baseman, and Camargo is thrown out at first for out number Trey in the middle of the fourth. Right. The bottom of the fourth is coming up next, and tonight's play-by-play reaction sponsored by TreasureHunt.ga. Dirty Dan, the garbage man. We're underway here in the bottom of the fourth. There's a grounder to Ozzy, and he'll fling that over to Freddie in time. Oh, they are from the Game of Thrones, I guess. Or they're dressed like the Game of Thrones. I don't fucking know what this whole Game of Thrones is anyway. There's a bunch of dragons. I saw a couple episodes when I was at the hotel for a month. Because HBO would just show the same episode over and over again for like a month straight. I was like, okay, I'll see what's going on. I'll check this out because everyone's talking about it. And basically, it's a soap opera. You know, Walking Dead did the same thing. There's a check swing strike. 1-1 here. Well, the first base gave the strike signal, but I guess they didn't appeal to him after all. So it's a 1-0 count. Swing and a miss, 1-1. So I was unimpressed by seeing the same episode over and over again. I don't know why HBO couldn't show a few more episodes. Outside, 2-1 is the count. 1 out here. Soroka working quickly in a rhythm. The 1-2. Swing and a miss at the high. That might not even been a fastball, but it was high cheese, and he swung and missed. 2 outs. Maybe it's going to be one of those kind of games. A low scoring, quickie. And welcome to the dugout, Tej Desai. I apologize. These pronunciations. Producer Beth, how do you pronounce that? Tej Desai. All right, there we go. Welcome aboard, brother. Yeah, you're right. He was hitting a lot of home runs. He's hit some home runs up here. He homered his first game, second at bat. Oh yeah, I remember the one he missed by inches, maybe just 1 inch. There's going to be a grounder. That's in the dirt, but Freeman falling down is able to hang on to the bag and the ball for out number 3. All right, so we'll go to the top of the 5th already. Atlanta will be at bat, leading 1-0. And who are we going to bring to the plate here? Flowers, Soroka, the neck, and Acuna, who led off the game with a home run on the very first pitch of the game. It's gonna be hard to pull Acuna out of that leadoff role. Well, why don't we check on a couple scores from the division here? The New York Mets over Washington 5-3, and now as I recall, the Mets started off the season, neck and neck. But what has happened to the Mets? I don't understand. They got swept by the Marlins. They've been horrible as of late. They haven't had like one run in several games or something. I'll have to look at it. But Mets looking horrible as of late. But they beat Washington tonight 5-3. Philly will play the Cubs tomorrow at 6. The Phillies are leading the Cubs tonight, and it's 3-1 in the 7th. And of course, here in San Francisco, the Braves are up 1-0. Let's go back to the dugout. Tejas is how you pronounce it. Tejas. All right, that's a nice name. I like that. Is that Indian? Has that dude on the Mets gotten a hit yet? I don't know. I'll have to I'll have to look into that. You tell me what's going on with the Mets. They got a player that hasn't had a hit, like a position player that doesn't get base hits. Or maybe it was the Marlins that hadn't scored in like 17 innings. You bought marshmallows, brah. The producer brought marshmallows. Oh. And Flowers. But center fielder's underneath that one. Flowers hit it hard. Good marshmallow. Nobody wants to hear me chew. Foreign as fuck. I hear you, brah. We've had people from Japan, the Netherlands. Are you in India? Where are you at tonight? Tejas. Tejas is contagious. Now, speaking of India, I was following the story, and Soroka's at bat right now, by the way. It's a 3-0 count on our pitcher. Check it, 2-0 count on our pitcher. But there's a messaging app called the WhatsApp, I think. There's a strike, 2-1. And there have been these hoaxes on child abductions. The 2-1, Soroka fouls that off. He hit it kind of hard, 2-2. And like, there's these two workers that were in town doing whatever, and people's phones kept getting these messages about child abductors, and one thing led to another, and they killed these guys. And there's a strikeout on Soroka. The mob just got a hold of him and killed him, thinking they were child abductors. Tejas is in Lawrenceville. All right, welcome aboard Lawrenceville. I lived in Lawrenceville for 8.5 years. Acuna fouls that off on the, what was our exit? The old Peachtree exit? The old Peachtree exit. We were exit past formerly Discover Mills Mall. I guess Sugarloaf Mall now. No, you don't work for a company called Envisionware, do you? Yeah, Mexican for Golovkin, Tim Tebow starting to look good for the Mets. He had a home run, but Tim Tebow batting like 160. He's had a couple of hits in the past few games and a home run. Maybe he's gotten some rhythm finally, but he's been having a horrible season, basically. I know Claw's around here somewhere. We thought, and Claw is better. We thought he was sick. I mean, I was flipping out. He was walking like his back was hurt, like his kidneys were sore. And my neighbor, Sharon, has a radiator leak in the car. And Acuna is going to line that one to left field off the wall. There'll be a stand-up double for Acuna as he gives the sign of the cross, praises Jesus, and his shout out to his grandmother in heaven. I mean, I told the story about Sharon calling me from being, she was stuck in the road. Her car overheated, and she's in the middle of the road calling me 30 minutes before game time. And I finally realized that she had a radiator leak. So I was worried that the cats had started drinking the antifreeze. That one is lifted into center field, but that'll be shagged at the track for out number 3. That'll leave a runner on, nothing doing as we head to the bottom of the 5th. What? All right, glad to have Tejas and Lawrenceville in the house. I know A-Bomb is also outside the perimeter in the ATL. Tonight, I am broadcasting from the panhandle of Northwest Florida on the beautiful Emerald Coast. Gibby's in Cartersville, Georgia, and Mexican for Go Lovekin. Parts unknown, whereabouts unknown, quite mysterious. So there's a guy on the Orioles that hasn't had a hit yet this year or something. The Bat Boy's 54. Oh, they got some old Bat Boy. I finally did it. So this guy for the Orioles, huge contract, and now he can't hit the single ball. I mean, we've seen players, often with pitchers, and yeah, who was the first baseman for the Yankees those years ago that just had some psychological thing and could no longer throw it? Well, now I'm curious. Let's check this out. All right. Chris Davis sets Major League Baseball record for at-bats without a hit. And we're underway here. Soroka the neck with a ball 1-0 to start the bottom of the fifth. He hasn't had a hit since September 14th. That's inside, 2-0. So he ended 2018 on an 0 for 21 slump and entered the game recently 0 for 29. So 0 for 50 if you add the end of last season and beginning of this season. That's the longest hitless streak by a non-pitcher in Major League history. Ouch. Ah, harsh. And that includes 29 strikeouts. Well, that's fascinating. There's a swing and a miss, 0-1. Sandoval batting. And the 0-1 is fouled. Sandoval comes in batting .298 with 7 home runs. And Soroka's ERA is down to .88. That's 0.88 ERA for Soroka. The neck. The Orioles player is Chris Davis. All right, 1-2 is the pitch count to Sandoval. The neck kicks and fires. That's inside, 2-2. The 2-2. Foul. And I got in the mail today from China this. This is a GPS tag you can put on your pet's collar. I guess you put it on your keychain or anything. It's a GPS tag. There's a swing and a miss. Sit down. Shut up. Strikeout. Soroka's 4th K of the day. 2 away here. In the bottom of the 5th. So I'm going to test that out on the cat, see where they're going. You know, with the current technology we have, this GPS technology, no one should ever lose a pet ever again. That's popped way up high. Ozzy gets it over the back catch there. That was going into no man's land, but nice defense for the outs. Ooh, that was a difficult play. I don't know if I could have made that catch. Soroka clapping in approval of that play. Good D, good D. How many strikeouts this game? Soroka, I believe, has 4 strikeouts on the night. Freddie Freeman will be batting next. He has a .320 average. 11 home runs, 29 RBIs. Donaldson and Markakis is in the hole. Ha! Yeah, he's yeah, maybe that GPS China is trying to track me. Got to keep an eye on that. I don't know, it's starting to sound a little like Donald Trump down in the dugout, guys. Be careful. Well, I tell you what, I'm going to test this thing, and if it's, I got a good deal on it, and if it's good and the quality is nice, which with shit from China, you know, that's always a problem. I plan on maybe buying like a dozen of them and reselling them. I want to get into the pet GPS business. There's always so many people in the local Facebook groups posting about their lost pets. I mean, every day animals are going missing, every single day. So I think there's a huge market for that. Plus, we can solve that problem. You know, no one ever has to lose their dog again. The technology has arrived. I've watched it over the past couple of years slowly come to fruition, and the prices are now kind of reasonable. And we're back in San Francisco. Freeman is going to hit that inside pitch straight up in the air. Out number 1, the shortstop has that. So we got the 6th inning already underway. Seems like we are flying. I had to scroll back up and read the message where you told me how to pronounce your name, Tejas. Tejas? In Lawrenceville. Hell yeah. My opinion on Riley filling in, will Riley be the third base player next year, third baseman? You know, Donaldson is under a 1-year contract. So between Riley and Camargo, you know, if those guys come along, we may not keep Donaldson next year. And there is a drive to deep left field, and that's going to fall out of the glove and for a base hit. Oh, no. Disaster. Disaster. Donaldson tries to take second base and is gunned down. Not even close. That was going all the way to the wall. The outfielder got a glove on it, but it popped out of his glove. Then Donaldson, thinking there's 3 outs maybe, keeps going. and gets thrown out at second. What the Donaldson. He doesn't even slide. He doesn't even slide. Oh. $20 million, you cannot make mental mistakes. Yeah, maybe he won't be back next year. What kind of shit is that? 24 million. I thought his contract was 21 million. 21, 24 million. You know, I think he could afford a better haircut. All right, Markakis fouls that off 0-1. Man. So the Braves return a gift from the Giants. Should have had a runner on. Markakis takes the ball. And if you're watching on TV, try to sync us up with your TV. If you can, like, pause live TV, just pause it probably for like 20 seconds or so. Hey, Durr. Let's get Durr on TV. Y'all want to see Durr? This is Durr. Let me bring Durr over here to the camera. Kitty, Durr. Hey, Durr. We're going to put a cat GPS collar on you. See where you go, girl. Markakis pulls that foul. Ooh. What do you think, Dare? Are the Braves going to win? Hey. There's a walk. So we... All right, careful there. There you go, girl. Runner on first. Okay, just calling a home run here. Okay. Riley stepping in. 0-1 to Riley. I am watching this on the internet. On my Roku device. The 0-1 to Riley, swing and a miss. He was very selective when he got called up. Showed a really good eye. But I think, you know, word's going to get around. Pitchers are going to know how to pitch to him the further they go. And that curveball is hanging, and Riley's going to go banging. That is gone. Into the river. Well, not into the river, but the 0-2 curver is tattooed for a 2-run shot. Should have been 3. Oh, Riley. You've just entered a no-spin zone. Yeah, come on. I know. Don't tell me you called that. You must have seen it because we're on a delay. Maybe you saw that. But if you called that, props to you. Oh, so you came here looking because your Fox Sports app wasn't working, huh? Riley. Nicely done. There's a line drive to the third baseman. It's going to out number 3 on Camargo there, but not after the called shot. Tejas called it. According to NASA, that home run has just reached geosynchronous orbit. That thing ain't going to come down for a couple weeks. You hungry, Durr? Stand by while someone feeds a hungry cat. What do we got here? Oh, looking slim pickings, dear. There you go. There is a seal point, also called Siamese. The breed originated in Siam. What is present-day Siam, Beth? Is that Thailand? So you're from Siam, Dur. Tejas is a bit clairvoyant, calling the home run from Riley. Though, you know, when Riley's batting and you call a home run, you probably got a pretty good chance of that happening. Wow. How many home runs is that? Is that his third home run since he's been called up? I know he's batting like 500 or something, which is insane. And just when you think he's going to cool off, he does that. There's a drive deep. Acuna to the wall and watches that go over. Solo home run from Crawford. Oof, oof, oof. All right, that's Soroka's first home run that he's given up this year. And it's a 3-1 game. And let's get a check on the subscriber count. We started the night at 51. And we have ticked up to 52. So you'll see that number on your screen tick up every time we get a new subscriber. You can make that number move on your screen by subscribing to this channel. And coming soon, here's Soroka with the pitch. That's inside 1-0 with one out here in the bottom of the sixth. We're going to have a leaderboard, a ranking, the dugout ranking, probably top 3 for dugout activity, aka the chat box. So make noise in the dugout and you might get on that leaderboard. And I know Sergeant Gibby is going to be on that leaderboard. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Soroka, that was his 60th pitch. So he's he's doing really good. You know, his low pitch count, besides that home run. We'll see how far he can go tonight. Hopefully he can go really deep into this game. That's in the dirt. 2-2 is the count. Also, new subscribers include Gooder Bear and Fish Catify. Thank you, Fish Catify. I bet that new subscriber tonight is Tejas. Is that you, brah? We appreciate it. If not, do it. Full count. Send me a chopper to Donaldson. Fields it cleanly, fires it at Freeman in time. Donaldson could have been on base for that Riley home run if he hadn't made a mental mistake there. And I'm sure he's upset that he made that mistake, but you could see in the replay afterwards that he was kind of smiling. He was laughing it off. You know, you might want to take it a little more serious. You don't have to take yourself seriously, but take what you do serious. You know, if you make a mistake like that, don't smile. You know, look angry, look upset at yourself, look pissed, because you just let people down. All right, count is 1-1 with 2 outs here. Nobody on in the bottom of the 6th. The Braves lead 3-1. Down low. 2-1. Just caught the outside the plate. 2-2. The Cubs are leading the Phillies in the top of the 9th, 4-3. Let's see if Cubs can hang on for that. We'll keep an eye on that. As it's being mentioned in the dugout. Ooh, just inside. Full count. As it's being mentioned in the dugout by Mexican for Golovkin. The Braves are 2.5 games behind the Phillies. So we'll let you know when that final comes in from Chicago. There's a grounder to Ozzie. He's going to throw it over to Freddie for out number 3. All right, well, Giants picked up 1. It's 3-1 Atlanta. And we're going to go to the top of the 7th. Tonight's play-by-play reaction, sponsored by treasurehunt.ga, now accepting best offers. Just go to treasurehunt.ga, click on sports fans. Got a lot of cool sports swag for you, brah. So last weekend, I'm at the Dollar Tree, and there's a guy panhandling in front of the Dollar Tree. He's like, hey, man, you got some money? I'm like, dude, I'm at a Dollar Tree. Why don't you go panhandle over at the CVS? Those people got money. If you're panhandling at a Dollar Tree, you're doing it wrong. And today we had a budget meeting at the low power TV station here on the Panhandle, and basically what that was someone just threw a jar of change onto the floor and said, you know, that's that was our budget meeting. All right, new pitcher, Nick Vincent. 0-1 to Flowers. He fouls that off. We're, what, an hour and 26 minutes into this, already into the 7th inning. Flowers takes that one just barely over the plate. 0-2 to Tyler. Hot shot to the third baseman who snags that. That was probably defensive. Yeah, the big guy gets some air for that. Tejas says the offbeat music with random people talking is kind of weird. Is that you talking about my music bed or something? Did it have some random shit? Swing and a miss from the neck. Soroka 0-1 to the pitcher. Tejas, I do not have the United streams, but our moderator A-Bomb does some of the Atlanta soccer, some of the MLS games, if that's what you're looking for. And while we're mentioning that, if you're on a computer and you hover your mouse over the screen, you'll see an information button. And I think if you're on a mobile device, you'll see the information button on the screen regardless. If you click on that, that'll take you to, I think I set up the card tonight. Yeah, I set it up. Yeah, you click on that, that'll take you to A-Bomb's channel. You can subscribe to him for Atlanta Braves, Falcons, and Atlanta United. I know he doesn't do all the United games because we are so zeroed in on Braves baseball. 0-2 is the count to Soroka. Let's see if he can get his neck around on this pitch. Outside, 1-2. You're right, Mexican for Go Lovekin. Soroka hits that to second baseman, throws him out for out number 2. You know, as he goes around the league, they'll have more tape on him. They'll have a better idea of how to pitch him. But heck, that can take weeks. That could take the rest of the season for the league to figure him out. I mean, with like Jeff Francoeur, his first year was great, but the league finally adjusted to him, and he was not a career 290. What do you have, like a 290 batting average? 290 his first season or something? But the league figured him out, basically. But he went on to have a decent career. What do you make, like 14, 15 million in his career? Maybe a little bit more than that. But not what everyone sort of thought he could become. Acuna swing and a miss. 1-1 to Acuna. Acuna led off the game with a home run. And he had a double as well. The change. Oh, that's offbeat. It's just some generic music bed. I mean. And Acuna tracking to the wall. Moonshot. Home run number 2 on the night for Acuna. Just a little crush. Wow. 4-1 Braves. Holy shit. That was on the outside of the plate, and he just hit that basically straight away, and that thing is on radar. Come to Papa. And Ozzy shows bunt, hits it foul. right, welcome aboard, guys. If you're just joining us, Acuna just had a home run, the second one of the night. The Braves have a 4-1 lead. There's 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. The count is 0-2 to Ozzy Albies. Ozzy's got a 264 average on the season with 7 home runs. And here comes the 0-2. He fouls that one off. Yeah. That shot from Acuna is on the Delta 850 inbound from LaGuardia. That's a ball. 1-2 is the count. That's gonna be fouled off. 1-2 still. Yeah, Acuna is a very special hitter. There's a ball. 2-2 to Ozzy. You know, with most young batters, you don't give them those kind of contracts that young, and they usually they don't have the opportunity for such a contract that young. I mean, the fact that Acuna was up in the bigs at a young age, and that's a strikeout on Ozzy. But you can see when Acuna is batting that he can handle not only the fastball, but he can sit back on a changeup. He can sit on a fastball, but if it's a changeup, he can still hit it. A lot of batters cannot do that. Barry Bonds was a guy who could do that very well. He had so much power that even if his timing wasn't quite off, a little late on that curveball, and it was kind of the kind of swing where he wasn't generating the power he could still hit it out. So Acuna's got that gift right there. He can handle anything. That's why he's got the $100 million contract so young. Brian McCann, yeah, he is going to be the slowest first base. Even with that, especially with that hamstring, Brian McCann, I mean, they will have somebody playing shallow right field, and they will. I have seen Brian McCann more than once get thrown out from basically shallow right field. And when that happens, you know somebody is a slow ass runner. Well, yeah, this might be McCann's swan song. Maybe he'll be back next year. I think he'll be back next year if he doesn't get any more injuries. I didn't realize he had 7 knee surgeries. I mean, for a pitcher, he's got to get into that position. That's not good for your knees. But McCann's hitting, last I checked, over 300. Can't argue with that. Ooh, and that Waffle House I had for dinner. A little heartburn. It's good, though. All right, bottom of the 7th. Steven Duggar. 247 batting average. And he's going to hit that to Donaldson. A little trouble fielding it. The throw is just late. I mean, that is not an error. Donaldson did good enough just to knock it down. Well, take another look at that. Maybe Donaldson. Yeah, he did not feel that cleanly. I mean, it was still a hard ball to field, but he tried to give it the Olay shit, Dorn. What's with that Olay shit? Giants have runner on first. Nobody out. Bottom of the seventh. The neck is still pitching. Soroka. It's fouled off. 0-1. Yeah, he got paid very well when he went to the Yankees. So he's on a tiny. I don't know what his contract is this year, but it ain't much. But he certainly has made his millions. Yeah. All right, that did nick the corner of the plate. 0-2. And let's see how far Soroka can go into this game. Throws back over to first. Not in time. We've got 5 likes, and a subscribe tonight. Appreciate it. See if the neck can get a double play ball here. Flowers sets up inside. That is going to be pulled to left field. Very shallow. And Riley has it. Well, apparently the Giants broadcast, they squeeze in commercials between batters. They do go to a split screen and show you commercial in between batters. Meh, not impressed. Wasn't even a good, it was like some stupid car commercial. All right, the pitch from Soroka. It's going to be chop foul. 0-1 the count. At least we don't have to hear about stupid Games of Thrones anymore. Just low. 1-1. This will be Soroka's 80th pitch of the night. There's a curveball. Nice. Drops right in there. 1-2. So if he can stay out of trouble, Soroka has kept his pitch count pretty low. He certainly could show up in the bottom of the 8th if he can get out of trouble here. There's a runner on first with 1 out. Strike 3. Locked him up. Nasty curveball. He could not get the bat off his shoulder. 2 away. Nice K from the neck. 2 outs with a runner on. In the dirt. Howard Stern has a giraffe neck. And Howard Stern's like, I was driving my new Corvette and I looked like freaking Big Bird. It's just off the plate, 2-0. And A-Bomb himself, is not without some merit in the neck department. He can see whatever product's on the top shelf. He can read the barcodes on the top of a loaf of bread sitting on the top shelf. With that kind of neck. Or if you're in traffic in Atlanta and you can't see around those big SUVs, the A-Bomb neck, never a problem. But, the chiropractor bills are probably redonk. We do have an update. Tejas, you're right. The Phillies have tied it up. It's 4-4. Phillies Cubs in the bottom of the ninth. Howard Stern. Yeah, he's got a new book out. Stern Comes Again. And he's been on the circuit, talking about his book. And apparently Donald Trump was a regular on the Stern show. Oh, strike three. The batter did not think so. He was on his way to first when he got called out. Yeah, the ump will call a strike on you if you do that. If you don't wait for the ump to make the call and start heading to first, he's going to ring you up. I don't think that's right. The umps are, the players have a big enough ego. We don't need umpires with egos. Another reason to make the umpire nothing more than a first base ump. Take the balls and strikes away from the umpire. Hey, it worked out for our favor, that case. So we're going to go the top of the eighth. Freeman, Donaldson, and Markakis are coming to bat next. And we'll have the eighth inning, sponsored by TreasureHunt.ga, right after this Retro Braves commercial. See if you remember this one.
Have you heard how well the Braves are doing this year? The 1991 Atlanta Braves on TBS. We've got the hit.
Pete Rose and the Philadelphia Phillies take on the Atlanta Braves Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock Eastern Time. Catch all the hits on your Super
I'm Gary
Sports
Kinsey.
Station.
And say, Gene Garber, how do you spell relief?
I spell it B-A-N-N-E-R, and I say that because Fresca WSB Braves Banner Night is coming up between games of the July 19th Braves-Phillies doubleheader. And that sounds like a lot of fun.
It's brought to you by Sugar-Free Fresca and by WSB Radio, and winners will receive cash prizes with $1,000 going to the best overall banner.
So join the fun on Banner Night. Braves baseball, a family affair. Hey, let's see what you have there.
Hi, fans.
That sucked. Stupid banner night. All right, we are underway here in the top of the eighth. Freddie Freeman. 2-0 count to Freddie here. The 2-0. 2-1 now. Bullpen for Atlanta is warming up, so maybe that will be the end of the night for the neck. Outside, 3-1 to Freeman. You got to throw him a strike now. Hey, can I call one too, Tejas? I want to call Freddie Freeman home run right here. Foul. Full count, 3-2. Freddie's batting average now at 319. 11 home runs, 29 RBIs. And the 3-2 pitch. Upstairs, ball 4. Freeman checks his swing. So, got to run on first with nobody out. So, we are going to be in San Francisco tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday is going to be a day game for the Braves. 8:45 Eastern start tomorrow and Wednesday. Did I say at 9:45 Eastern, 8:45 Central? Actually, Donaldson fouls that off. Remote audio finally sounds great. Donaldson cannot check his swing. Well, good. I think you're saying the audio is finally on point. Yeah. Best banner wins some Lyman Shasta. It's a new flavor. I don't know who the ump is. I never check, what the umpire schedule is for a game. I never, oh, who's the umpires tonight? Man, oh, really? Interesting. And even that 1 and 2 is the count. And even that umpire that was, what was that happened earlier in the year? We had an umpire that was calling obvious balls, who was retaliating on the Braves. I've forgotten his name already. All right, there is a single to right field. Freeman's able to get to third. And that's going to put him on the corners with 1 out. Donaldson trying to make up for that mental error last inning when he, for no reason, tried to advance to second base without sliding. I don't think he was even expecting a throw. So Donaldson goes the other way for a single. All right, the Braves have a chance now to pour it on, get a lot of insurance, and nail things down. Favorite umpires, huh? Or worst umpires. There's C.B. Buckner, Joe West. Are these all really horrible umpires? All right, Markakis steps in. He takes that as there's a strike 0-1 to Markakis. You guys are much more versed on the umpires than I am. You think I'd remember the shitty ones after a while. If an umpire's doing his job, you'll never know he's there. Right? Count is 0-2 to Markakis. That Philly-Chicago game has gone into extra innings. They're tied up at 4th in the top of the 10th. Upstairs, 1-2 to Markakis. Outside, Markakis lays off that. 2-2 now. Nobody out. Top of the 8th. Donaldson on first. Freeman on third. Hopefully Markakis is just thinking sack fly right here. Just one run would be great. And Markakis fouls off that high fastball. Markakis waits on the 2-2. And he's going to foul that one. Is that going to stay and play that? It goes into the first row. Luckily, that is out of play. Right off his hands. He just fought that one off. That would have been ball 3. Welcome to the dugout, guys. Glad to have you all aboard for tonight's play-by-play of the Braves and Giants. Make sure you like and subscribe. We're up to 6 subscribes tonight. Or check it, we're up to 6 likes tonight. We're trying to hit 60 subscribes tonight. And we are up to 53 subscribers. Markakis waits on the 2-2. That's in the dirt. Full count. And you'll notice as the more subscribers we get, the number on the screen starts ticking up. Right now it's going to go up to 53. 53 subscribers. Thank you very much. So we're going to have a full count here to Markakis. And let's see if maybe we can load the bases for Riley. Riley's on deck. He had a home run earlier in the game. Markakis fouls that off. Still a full count. Nobody out. Runner first and second. Check it first and third. In the top of the 8th. Braves with a 4-1 lead. I'm not sure who would be pitching for the Braves in the 8th, but I imagine it would be Jackson in the 9th, possibly. Pitcher's taking his time, trying to throw off Markakis' rhythm. Markakis hits that one into shallow center field. I don't think that's going to be deep enough. The runner bluffs. Freeman heads back to third. All right, 1 out now. Nothing doing there. That will bring up Riley. You know, right now when this kid bats, the entire country is tuning in. Everyone is checking that out. I'm sure a lot of scouts, I'm sure a lot of sports anchors, and the guys over at ESPN. They want to see what Riley can do. Riley takes that fastball. 0-1. Camargo on deck and Flowers in the hole. Riley checks a swing on the high heater. Lays off the cheese. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Big cut there from Riley. 1 and 2. He's going to need to shorten swing, choke up a little bit here. Don't think home run, Riley. He's probably thinking RBI. RBI. Sack fly. And the 1-2 fouled off. Staying alive. It is still 4-4 Phillies Cubs in the 10th. Keep an eye on that for you. 1-2 to Riley, swing and a miss. That was a good pitch. That was a heater. Right down the gullet. He could not handle it. All right, so there's 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. See if we can just get one. We had nobody out with runners on the corners. Let's see if we can get one in. All right, Camargo steps into the box. There's a strike, 0-1 to Camargo. Batting .224, 2 home runs, 13 RBIs. And the 0-1 pitch. Chopper to the second baseman who steps on the back to the force to end the top of the 8th. Nothing doing for the Bravos there. All right, we're going to the bottom of the 8th. Braves up 4-1. And tonight's play-by-play reaction sponsored by treasurehunt.ga. We'll be right back. Hang tight.
Have you heard how well the Braves are doing this year?
High drive left field. It's gone. Braves win. Braves win. There's a drive. Deep right center. That ball is gone. A grand slam. Y'all come out and see us. You're going to like this team.
The 1991 Atlanta Braves on TBS. We've got people talking.
Tonight's broadcast is under the exclusive rights of Major League Baseball, and dissemination is not permitted without implied oral consent. And I had written consent from one of the Brave support group Facebook page to stream on their channel. Then one of their other moderators removed my post and says, "Oh, you can't do that. Quit trying to get clicks." So a big F you to those guys. All right, 1-1 is the count here. Looks like Dansby Swanson is in defensively. Swing and a miss. 1-2. All right, thanks for staying up late tonight. If you're on the East Coast, there is strike 3. And Soroka is staying in the game. They had the bullpen warming up, but they're keeping the neck in it, and he just got a K. Caught looking. You are 13 minutes to midnight, East Coast. Thanks for staying up late. Braves are doing you a favor and playing this one pretty quickly. We are 2 hours and 2 minutes into this game, and in the bottom of the 8th, 1 out. The Braves lead 4-1. Curveball from Soroka, and that is it. Just past the sliding Ozzy Albies in second base for a single. Oh, was that the asshole that had the home run on us earlier? He's got like this 1980s 38 special haircut. He looks like the guitar player from 38 Special. Hold on loosely, but don't let go. A-bomb, do I think the Braves win tonight? I think they do. We got a 3-run lead. Our bullpens played well as of late. I know it's a big struggle. Oh, man, looking at the replay, Ozzy may have overleapt that one. Looked like an awkward landing, too. Probably ate some dirt there. Hey, you know, with Soroka pitching into the 8th, I like our chances of winning this. Donaldson cannot handle that, but it's just foul anyway. He tried to give it the old lay shit. Like Dorn from the movie Major League. It looks like my scoreboard has a mind of its own here. Let's see if we can get some scores for you. The Mets over Washington, 5-3. See if we can get an update on that Cubs game. That Phillies game. Grounder out at first. Ends the bottom of the 8th. Soroka on a 2-hit night. Working on a 2-hitter. That's pretty impressive. And for some reason, my scoreboard is no longer giving us tonight's Phillies game. Let's see what's going on with that. Well, fuck that scoreboard. Who's got the final on the Phillies game? The later the night gets, the worse my language gets. But most importantly, we're headed into the 9th with a 3-run lead. It's going to be Flowers, Soroka, and Acuna. Do they leave Soroka in? Are they going to let the neck pitch the 9th, have a complete game? I didn't see what his pitch count was in an inning or two. No, they're going to have to they're not going to leave him in. I could be wrong. I was surprised to see him in the 8th. Your new pitcher for the Giants will be Holland. Derek Holland has a 7.36 ERA. Seems a little high. And speaking of a little high, Colorado is going to, they legalize or decriminalize the mushroom. I know A-Bomb was real excited about the shroom situation in Colorado. And that brought up that story about the pitcher who, was it a no-hitter he had on acid? I remember reading that, and his name was Doc or something, and it wasn't that he was pitching so well that he got the no-hitter. He was actually pitching a little wild, and the batters were scared. The LSD no-hitter. Tyler Flowers hits that one to center field, but the outfielder has it for out number 1. All right, let's see who's batting. Are they going to leave Sorokin, or are they going to get a pinch hitter? I'm guessing pinch hitter. But they bring in Charlie, maybe. Bring in the clutcher. And maybe it should have been Charlie the other night. I guess that was last night when Donaldson came in. Or was that Sunday? Yeah, that was yesterday. When they brought Donaldson in to pinch hit, a lot of people wanted it to be Charlie. Oh, what was the last out of the game? All right, we do have Charlie in. It is 1-1. Culberson comes in with a .455 batting average, 3 home runs, 10 RBIs, off the bench mostly. Charlie rips that one foul. He was all over that one. 1-2 is the count. Hey, no, if he gets a hit or not here, he's on top of it. And it's a final. Thanks for the update, Mexican, for Golovkin. It was the Phillies over the Cubs, 5-4 in extra innings. So we need the win to stay 2.5 games behind the Phillies. Yeah, let's win our division this year. The 1-2 to Charlie. Fouled off. 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Acuna is on deck. The 1-2. Charlie gets a little bit of that inside pitch, but it's going to be a fly out to center. So 2 outs in the top of the 9th. Braves still lead 4-1. I have never been to San Francisco. All right, well, let's bring Acuna into bat. He has 2 home runs and a double tonight. Swing and a miss. Big cut there. He wanted a third. Ding dong. And if you'll notice behind me, you'll see some different paintings. Falcons and a Braves painting, and there's some other stuff on the wall. Those are all for sale from treasurehunt.ga. Acuna with another big cut and a miss. That fastball went by him. 0-2. It was the pitch he wanted. All right, 0-2 to Acuna. 2 outs, top of the 9th. Catcher sets up inside, and that's going to be a ball. 1-2. Is that Newcomb in the warming up in the pen there? A little surprised to see Newcomb warming up. 2-2 now. That's a ball. Acuna waits for the 2-2. Inside. Full count now to Acuna. He works his way back to a full count. Good eye from Acuna. Acuna. What did I say? Our peak concurrent listeners tonight has been 10. We did hit double digits. Thanks a lot. That is inside ball 4. And that dusted Acuna off as he went to the ground. Oh, we got a runner on first here. Top of the ninth. Producer Beth is heading to the executive shower, I believe. That's where we keep the liquor, the sweet brown liquor. I have a full bar in the shower. We're over to first. Not in time. All right. There is a strike to Ozzy Albies. 0-1. Wide open stance from Ozzy. And he tries to pull that outside pitch. 0-2 is the count. Throw back to first, not in time. They are 0 for the century and throws to first. Foul. 0-2. See if we can do something here with 2 outs. Let's get a little lightning, folks. And that is sharply hit to left field, but right at the left fielder who is able to catch it. That's a difficult one to catch when something's line drive right at you like that. It was absolutely crushed, but out number 3. So we're going to the bottom of the 9th. Braves up by 3. Let's see if we can hold on for the win. We'll be right back. Tonight's play-by-play reaction sponsored by TreasureHunt.ga. bottom of the ninth. And it will be 2.75 ERA, 0-0 on the season, 19 innings, 12 Ks. There's a ball upstairs. I'm a little surprised to see Newcomb in this situation. Gotten his stuff back together and has regained his form. Hasn't been super consistent. There is a pop up to center. Acuna has that for 1 out. Braves are 2 outs away from a win here in San Francisco. The first game of a 4-game series with the Giants. We've met some new friends in the dugout tonight. And caught up with some old friends as well. That is a strike, 0-1. Newcomb working quickly. Swung at the curveball, foul. That was nose diving under the plate, but he could not check. Couldn't handle that curve. Something about the curve. What was the Clint Eastwood movie? A Little Trouble with the Curve. 0-2 count. Yeah, in that movie, I guess there's a lot done in Turner Field. A lot of the movie was shot there, I believe. That's a foul. 1-2 is the count here. So if you're just tuning in, the Braves are leading 4-1 in the bottom of the ninth. We are in San Francisco tonight. There's 1 out. The 1-2 pitch, fouled away. And in a save situation tonight. I guess they wanted to give Jackson some rest. And we are up to 7 likes tonight. Appreciate that. That's in the dirt. 2-2 is the count. So we're up to 7 likes. Let's get a check on our subscribers tonight. Well, maybe we'll check on that in a minute. All right. That's fouled off. Still 2-2. Foul. Still 2-2. Foul. We're about 2 hours and change into this game. Still 2-2. So this could end up being a pretty quick game if we can nail it down right here. It's time to bring the hammer and shut down the lights. Newcomb takes the sign, kicks and just outside. Full count now. That is going to be hit deep to center field. Acuna retreats and is there for out number 2. One out away. Braves need just 1 out for the win and to stay 2.5 games behind the Phillies. Curve. Nasty curve. Bat off his shoulder. Low, 1-1. Chopper foul. On strike away. Newcomb takes a sign from Flowers. He kicks. Fires. High heat. And that's a ball. 2-2. So 7 likes and 53 subscribes tonight. Thank you very much. That's outside. Full count now. Bottom of the 9th. The Braves up by 3. 2 outs. Full count. Nobody on. 1 strike away from the win. And the pitch from Newcomb. That's it. Sit down. Shut up. Game over. Caught him looking. Fastball over the corner. And the Braves have just won game 1 of a 4-game series against the Giants. Great deal. Great deal. Good game, guys. And welcome to the dugout in the chat box. I'm not Korean. Well, whomever you are, welcome. Glad to have you aboard. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. We bring you Atlanta Braves coverage all season long. 2 home runs and a double tonight. He might be the offensive player of the game. And it was Soroka. It's over 8 innings. He only gave up 1 run. Definitely the defensive player of the game. Where are you at tonight? Where are you watching this from? I want to thank Sergeant Gibby, Mexican, for Golovkin. Of course, our moderator tonight, A-Bomb, great job in the chat box. Always helping me with the audio. And one of our newest subscribers, Tejas from Lawrenceville. Glad to have you in the box tonight. Hope I don't leave anybody out. Roderick Walker, thanks for stopping by the chat box. Roderick Walker. Sorry I missed your post earlier. All right. What are your thoughts and comments on the game tonight? And I never got a chance to talk about the trade we had. We pick up Swarzak from the Mariners, give up Vizcaino and Biddle. Now, Vizcaino had surgery ending the season this year, and this was the last year of his contract with the Braves. So his time as a Brave was done anyway, pretty much. I know, is this a lateral trade, though? I mean, how much are we getting out of this guy, Swarzak? Well, before you head out tonight, guys, make sure you like and subscribe. Glad to be aboard in Korea. Good morning in Korea. I love a good bibimbap. I love Korean food. I went to, in Warner Robins, we have a Korean restaurant, and they give you like 8 side dishes, and they're all like pickled octopus or pickled cucumber, pickled something. It's delicious. It's great. When I lived in Atlanta, we had a lot of that kind of stuff available. Oh, well, a Giants fan. Yeah, I guess Korea, if you live in Korea, the Giants are a West Coast team here, so you probably get more of those games. Well, sorry, your Giants didn't win. They could not handle Acuna and the Braves tonight. And Riley, our rookie sensation, if you haven't seen him, this was your first night seeing Riley. He had another home run. He is batting over 500, just called up for minors. And we'll get a final subscriber count before we head out for the night. So we'll see what that trade with the Mariners do for our bullpen. Maybe that'll beef it up a little bit. All right. So we end the night with 7 likes and 53 subscribes. So thank you very much. I am the Bone Crusher. Glad to have you aboard tonight. The Braves are playing tomorrow against San Francisco. That will be a 9:45 p.m. Eastern time, 8:45 Central, and I don't know what time that would be in Korea. Probably going to be a pretty early morning game. Let's see. If it's 9:45 Eastern, it's probably going to be about 8, 9, 10 in the morning or something in Korea there. Yeah, our pitcher has a very long neck, which really worked out to our advantage somehow. I'm not sure why that's an advantage, but, you know. And why don't we get a few scores from around the league before we call it a night. In the top of the 7th, Minnesota is leading the Angels 1-0. San Diego is leading Arizona 2-1, also in the 7th. And here's some finals for you. It was Boston 12, Toronto 2. I don't know if you've been watching Vladimir Jr. for Toronto. It looks like he's finally got it together. Oakland over Cleveland. It was the Yankees over the Orioles, 10-7. Let's take a look at some of the stats from that game. Let's see if that Chris Davis guy got any hits tonight for Baltimore, or if he even played. No, he did not play. So can't get a hit if you're not playing. It was the Mets over Washington 5-3. The Phillies did beat the Cubs in extra innings 5-4. Texas over Seattle. Houston over the White Sox. And it was Atlanta over San Francisco. A 2-hit game for the Braves tonight. So I am the Bone Crusher. And again, thanks for being with us. I'm going to check on out. You guys have a great Monday night. I don't know if A-Bomb's going to have the game tomorrow because these are late games for East Coast people. So he may not be able to bring that to you. If that's the case, I plan on being here Wednesday night, but maybe tomorrow I can get a little bit of coverage in if A-Bomb can't make it. But hopefully he'll drink some coffee and get in here for you guys. Okay, well, peace out. I appreciate it. And until next time, go Braves.